The Team of the Year event has allowed me to make the easiest 50 million coins I've ever made in FC Mobile, so today I'm going to share with you how I did it and talk about my investment strategy for the future. So we're going to start off with my investments here. We have quite a few of them and I sold them all off, but the three that I want to start with is Araujo, CR7, and Puskás. If you saw my previous videos, you would have seen that I picked up these guys because I thought that with the new event, people would get coins and then they go and buy higher rated players that are good in game. And that is essentially what happened, but it didn't last for a very long period of time. So I bought Araujo for 51 million coins and I sold him for 54. So I made an easy 3 million coins from him in about 24 hours time. All of these guys I bought and sold within roughly one day. I bought Cristiano Ronaldo for 145 million coins, sold him for 167. That is an easy 5 million. And then the best one was I bought Puskás for 80 million and I sold them for 97. So I made 7.3 million coins there. So that was an easy 15 million coins. And then the other players that I sold were all of the players that I invested in for exchanges. I did use a lot of them in exchanges, so I didn't make as many coins as I could have, but I sold off all my 86 rated players for 767. I bought them all for around 600 and I bought 30 of them. So that was roughly 3 million coins. I also sold all of my 85s, which I had 75 of. I bought them all at 430,000 coins, sold them for 630. In total, I made roughly 15 million from all of my 85 rated players. And I sold off all of my 84 rated right wing Jatas here. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Sorry if it's not. I bought all my copies at 214,000 and sold half of them at 572 and the other half at 517. So in total, with all of these investments, and I had roughly 80 of those Jatas. I did have almost 200, but I used a lot of them in the exchanges. I would have made way more coins than that if I didn't use them. But in total, I made 55 million coins, and they only took about a day or two for that to happen. So really happy with all that. And the main reason why I ended up selling off everybody right now is because I have a new investment that I want to move into here in the next couple days. And I wanted to make sure I had as many coins available to me as possible. But not only that, I also thought that I'm not sure how much more the players for exchanges are going to go up in value. I'm sure they will, but I don't think it's going to be as lucrative as an opportunity as what I'm going to get into here in a little bit. So that's the first thing. The other thing is I ended up selling off my Ronaldo, my Puskás and whatnot because I just felt like the market was starting to pull back. It's always really important when you're investing to keep a very close eye on the market, see the market trends, and I started to see that the demand for these players was starting to slow down. So I decided to get out there. They likely will go up in value later on, but I'm not willing to hold on to them that long, especially when I have 150 million coins tied up in just one player, for example. So if we look at his price now, he's all the way back down to 145. I don't know when he's going to move back up, maybe in a few weeks' time, but his Team of the Year card will be coming out, so I don't quite know if that's going to happen. We'll have to see. But Ronaldo is not the only one. We're seeing it with most of these high-rated players, even Thierry Henry. He was up at like the mid-90s, maybe high 90s. Now he's back down to about 90, 91, which is interesting. Blanc as well shot up to 100 million. Now he's back down to 90. And overall, I just think these players are pulling back for a couple of reasons. And the last example I'll give here is Puskás. He's down to 78 million. That is crazy. All the way down from 97 yesterday. But the reasons why I think this is happening is one, I think a lot of people have sunk their money into exchanges, have sunk a lot of coins and a lot of players into it, which one means people have less coins available to them to buy those higher rated and better players in the game. That's one. Number two is I also think people are waiting for the weekend challenge mode, and I'll actually go over here. If we go over here to challenge mode, there will be a new weekend challenge mode coming out here in just over 7 hours time. And as always, it's going to give out an 88 to 97 overall player. So I think people are waiting to see how that challenge mode shakes up the market because it likely will. So overall, I just think people are more hesitant on buying players right now, or can't buy as many players as they once were able to. So I think that's a big reason for why the market is pulling back a bit. Of course, packs every single day because the Team of the Year packs are daily, so that's a lot of supply for people who are opening them. Of course, that will play a factor or play a role in the market trends, but I do think it's also just people's mindset on buying and selling players right now. So that's the first thing. The other thing that is going on that's pretty crazy right now is the movement of the Team of the Year cards, and this is going to lead into the investment opportunity that I see coming very soon, and that is Team of the Year cards are just, they are all over the place. So yesterday we saw that R9, when he first came out, he was like 350 million coins. Then yesterday he dropped down to about 280, 290. I think when I made my video, he was at about 285. And there was a period of time yesterday, right before reset, where his price drove from like 260, 270, all the way up to 295, almost 300 out of nowhere. There was like 50 people trying to sell him, and then in like the matter of 10 minutes, everybody was trying to buy him. It was really weird. And so we've seen a lot of that crazy back and forth fluctuations in supply and demand. And as you can see right now, he's now down to the low 200 million coin mark, which is very interesting to see. And what I think is happening is that every single day, because the Team of the Year packs are daily, because the exchanges are daily, I think there's just so much supply on the market that a lot of these players can't hold up a high price tag. So R9, I mean, incredible looking striker in the game. If we looked at the stats, nobody comes even close. Definitely deserving of a few 100 million coin price tag at least, but the supply is just messing everything up, or it's at least making it a lot harder for him to hold a strong price. Exact same things happening here with Mbappe. Great looking card in game, but yesterday when we looked at him, I think he was at the mid 200 million coin mark. Now he's down to 180. I wouldn't be surprised if in the next day or two, he gets down to like 150, maybe 125. And of course, Bellingham is in the same boat. So looking at all these prices, I'll go through the other guys really quickly as I'm talking about it. They are all down pretty much except for Frimpong. But looking at all of these prices, what I think is going to happen is I think we're going to see the same cycle over and over again for the next few days, leading up until the new Ultimate Team of the Year players come out next Wednesday. And I do think what's going to happen is that we're going to have a similar scenario to what we had with Winter Wildcards. So with Winter Wildcards, we have 4 teams, I believe. And each week, when a new team came out, and when I'm talking about the new teams, we'll head over here to the Team of the Year event. You can see that if we go here, there's nominees A, which is where we're at here, nominees B, nominees C, and then Ultimate Team of the Year, they come out in, they are staggered, released as well. So I think each week what's going to happen is that similar to Winter Wildcards, when the new team comes out or when the new Ultimate Team of the Year players come out, the old ones are going to be harder to pack. And what that means now is that there's going to be less supply on the market. And if they are a good card in game or a sought after card in game, their price theoretically should increase, like it did quite a bit with Winter Wildcards. So that is something I'm looking into. I personally think there might be an investment opportunity where you could pick up some of these nominees or the Ultimate Team of the Year players, specifically this Sunday, because the weekend challenge mode will be out. People will be opening up packs, people will be getting free players, and I think there's going to be so much supply in the market that I think this Sunday might be the best time to pick up some of these players. And then, even if they do go down in value Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, when the new team comes out, I think there's a chance that they go up in value after that. Now, things might be a little bit different for the icons because we might not be getting new icons, although I do think we will. I'm not 100% set on that though. But if the same thing happens with the icons, and there's a chance, I think, that the Team of the Year icons see a similar kind of price trend. So something I've thought about, and like I said earlier in the video, the reason why I want to have as many coins as possible is because on Sunday or Monday of this weekend and next week, I'm thinking of going in and buying hundreds of millions of coins worth of these Team of the Year icons, Team of the Year nominees, Team of the Year, Ultimate Team of the Year players, everybody that I think is good value at that period of time, because I do think they're going to keep going down in value over the next couple days. Now, of course, every investment comes with risk. I could be completely wrong. Wednesday could come out, or the new packs could come out, and Mbappe and R9 and Bellingham might go down even further, and I'm losing a bunch of my coins. That is fine. Regardless, when the Team of the Year event ends, I do think they're all going to go up in value anyways, because their stats are so crazy broken. Even I pointed out in my last video, even someone as simple as a Kim Min Jae, who's just a nominee card, not an Ultimate Team of the Year, not an icon, his stats are outrageous. So I do think the Team of the Year cards are going to last a very long time, and that will give them good value in the long term. So that's something I've thought about and something I'm going to look into. I do think the players for exchanges will continue to go up in value, but if we look at them now, their prices are actually waning a little bit. So you saw earlier that I sold off my copies for over 700. They're now down to about 650. I wouldn't be surprised if by next Tuesday or Monday, this card gets down to maybe 600 because less people are doing exchanges. Now, when the new Ultimate Team of the Year players come out next week, and for each week, I do think these guys will be back in high demand because people will want to get, let's say, it's Ultimate Team of the Year Ronaldo or Messi or whoever it may be. But going into the weekend, I do think these guys will see a bit of a dip in value, and that's mainly because of the weekend challenge mode once again, and just people opening up packs and having more time to play the game. So we'll see what happens. I could be wrong about all this, but that is the reason, or that is how I made 55 million. That is the reason why I sold off my cards, and my new investment plan is to keep an eye on these players and look to pick them up for cheap in the next few days to hopefully make coins on them when the new round of players comes out next week. But that is all for today. Let me know in the comment section down below if you're doing the same or if you're doing something different. Let me know as well if you're willing to share. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.